last time we talked, Mark, things were not as crazy, and then they quickly shift into crazy for Auburn football fans. And it's interesting how just a month or two can change perspectives, change the trajectory of a program, and can make things a little bit frustrating for fans. But it's all a matter of perspective, and you choose kind of how to view the process, as Nick Saban likes to call it. I know that's a sin for me to bring that name up as an Auburn fan, but it's all part of the process, I guess, is what the best way to say it.
Because if you really look at the 5 consecutive losses to close the season and take them individually, it's not acceptable to lose, but each one's understandable against a quality opponent and a close game. And then that, though, becomes the narrative. The 5 consecutive losses, not how well the team played or that Bo Nix was hurt midway through that stretch. And then obviously the unraveling of the coaching staff and everything else that ensued. But Brian Harsin is going to try to work through that and work past it and create and build a culture of positivity. So that starts with the new offensive coordinator as we look at the Auburn offense position by position. So your thoughts in the new offensive coordinator, his experience there at Auburn and elsewhere, and how this prepares him for this role?
It's probably one of those things that should have happened to begin with. Eric Kiesau is the new offensive coordinator. He came over with Harsin from Boise State, and there was a lot of discussion when Harsin was hired. Are we just going to become Boise State light, bringing all his guys over there? Anytime you see a transition, you expect some of that. And he did, I thought, a good job of kind of mixing in some of his guys and bringing in some SEC experienced talent. Where that was, Derek Mason, Mike Bobo. We see all that worked out, that they're all gone now. But now it feels like we've become a little bit more Boise State light with bringing in guys and promoting now Eric Kiesau, who was he was an analyst, I believe, once we fired the wide receiver coach in the middle of the season, Cornelius Williams, who's now gone to Alabama, which is ironic. Then he took over wide receivers, and then now in the postseason was named offensive coordinator. For me, frankly, it makes the most sense considering what we've been through in this offseason. A lot of Auburn fans will throw out the phrase, "Who wants to come to Auburn?" I counter to them, there's a lot of reasons to want to come to Auburn, even in the worst of times. And I think Kesau gives Harsin an opportunity to lay the firm foundation that he wants on offense and not trying to mesh to maybe similar but still different systems, which is what he and Mike Bobo were doing. Kesau has worked with him before. He's had offensive coordinator experience. And I just think there's going to be a little bit more cohesiveness to the offense right now. Was it ideal? Would I have loved a splash hire? Absolutely. But I just think where the program's at right now, Kesau was the right move, and it was the obvious move.